A very warm good morning to all of you. Today, I, Nisha, student of BBM third year, is here to present a presentation on the topic residential status of taxation under the guidance of Vijay Prakash sir. So, let's start with my PPT. So, first we will see what is residential status. So, the term residential status has been defined in Income Tax Act 1961 solely for the purpose of establishing whether the taxpayer resided in India in a given financial year or not. So let's learn why we should learn residential status. So we should learn residential status to calculate the accurate tax liability, to avoid double taxation, for the accurate determination of effective financial planning, investment decision and tax planning. Now let's see who is a person. So a person is the one who can earn. So according to section 6 subsection 1 basic rule, a person can be resident or non-resident. So according to the section 6 subsection 1 there are two rules. So if a person is following any of the one, then he will be known as resident. Further, according to additional rule section 6 subsection 6, resident can be ordinarily resident or not ordinarily resident. If there are two rules under additional rule, and if he wanted to become ordinarily resident, then he need to follow both of the rule. So let's see what are the rules. So let's see what are the basic rule under section 6 subsection 1. So there are two rules. The first one is if a person wants to be the resident of the domestic country, then he needs to follow 182 rules. So basically it means that he needs to live in India for at least 182 days during the previous year. Another rule is if he or she was physically present in previous year for 60 days and in the last 4 year 365 days. Now let's see this with the diagram. Here you can see that there are two rules. First one is the 182 day or more, and the second one is 60 day or more plus 365 days in the last 4 previous year. Now we will see what is the additional rule under section 6 subsection 6. So according to additional rule under section 6 subsection 6 there are two rules, and if a person is resident then he needs to follow both of the rule to become resident ordinarily resident. So the two rules are he or she has to be in India for at least 2 years out of the 10 previous years. So it means that he needs to be the resident for 2 years, resident 2 times in the last 10 previous year. Another rule is he and she has been in India for at least 730 days or more during the 7 year in the immediately preceding relevant previous year. Now here you can see the diagram. In this also the same is given. Now there is one exception case, that is special person. So the conditions to become special person are he or she should be Indian citizen who live in India during previous year for employment. He or she has been a crew member of Indian ship. So if he is a special person, then he or she should only follow one basic condition to become resident. Now there is one more exception case, that is super special person. So if a person is super special person, then he needs to follow the fulfilled condition, that is if he is having total income which is not exceeding 15 lakh, and the second one is for becoming resident he will have to be in India for 120 days or more. One more is there, that is 365 days or more during last 4 previous year, and then his status will be resident but not ordinarily resident. Then there is one more exception case, that is deemed resident in India. So under section 6 subsection 1a, an individual is said to be deemed resident but not ordinarily resident in India if he